Hey, Alexis of Beauties and Flawless Men. Today we are going to speak about how to be professional. Who better to learn from than the lip gloss professional? Growing up, first of all, people was always like, "Oh my gosh, she speaks Caucasian," and I got a little hood side or whatever like that, but for the most part, I speak how I speak. And the older and older I get, that's just how I talk. If my voice change, it'll change. But just being professional, it just means being respectful at the end of the day. There's times you don't have to be professional. Well, there's times you don't have to necessarily like, if you're with your people, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to necessarily say professional things or do professional things all the time, but in the midst of business, then you always want to be professional. My friends always used to hit me up, "Hello, Alexis, like, can you talk to these people for me? Because you're going to know how to listen. You're going to know what to say." And I used to be like, okay. So I'm super excited that the Lord has also blessed me with the name, the Lip Gloss Professional. It actually goes with who I am. It actually goes with, that's it, who I am in general. So I want to give you all some tips. I do have my paper here. We have 10 things on how you can become a professional. So the way it's written up, the numbers is like mixed up. So I'm going to be jumping around the page. Number 1 on how to be a professional: greeting. Even if they don't greet you. That's in the grocery store. That's wherever it is. Usually on the phone, people greet. When you greet someone, that's how you start a conversation. So you don't necessarily have to even be talking about nothing else after that. Just when you're doing something like in a grocery store, you don't have to hold a whole conversation with them, but a greeting does break the ice. Greeting does make it not feel so awkward, like, just get my bag and go. So a greeting, even if somebody else don't say it, even if you just say it, being professional is just being professional. It's being respectful and responsible. When you're in the store, man, I be saying excuse me to people that bumped me. It just still kind of break the ice, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody bumped me, I'd be like, "Oh, excuse me." You know how you'll see people coming and they look like they're going to be walking in the wrong? I'll still say excuse me to be responsible and respectful. Greet people. That breaks the ice. And when you're doing business, that definitely breaks the ice. Handshakes, greetings. Number 2, look for name tags. Look for people name tags so you can know who they are. When you're on the phone, listen to what their name is so you can know who you're speaking to. Number 3, remembering their name. I actually learned that from, I forgot what video I watched, but I watched a video about actually being professional, and this was, I think, like a year ago. And the lady said to always remember people's name because that make people feel loved. That make people feel respected. And when I say it now, I see how it just lights people day up. Like, I done went to the cash register. Now, none of us like working them jobs, but I done went to the cash register and somebody was having a bad day or whatever. They didn't even speak to me. So when I see that, I just let it stay silent for a minute. But then I eventually say, "Oh, thank you," or, something just to break the ice. And then I'll look at their name tag and I'll be like, "Oh, thank you, Amber." And I seen that work, that it brightens up people's day. Just in general, when you're speaking to someone, remember their name. That way, if you have to break or you have to say anything, that way they'll know, okay, she's actually listening. Remembering someone's name is a form of paying attention as well. Okay, Alexis, well, I just wanted to say thank you for that information. I did have a question real quick. It just keeps more engagement. And like I said, it just shows appreciation. You're talking to someone and you're saying their name. People get, stuff said to them all the time or nothing at all. So saying someone's name, it shows appreciation. It can light up someone's day and it can just show genuine love. Number 4, be respectful. I know sometimes it's hard to kind of be respectful when somebody else is being disrespectful, especially if they're doing their job. Just be respectful. We all have work. We know how it is to work a job. We know how much, sometimes not even the people, it's the job or us having a bad day. We have to take little steps, but let's begin to work on being respectful. like I said, we work. So when people is nice to us, that make us have a better day. The things, the gestures that we do make people have a better day. And it makes people feel good about to get off of work. Be respectful in general. Thank you. My apologies. Just be more respectful. When you're being respectful and you're around people, when you're out to eat, you're being respectful. Oh, thank you for the water. I gladly appreciate it. If somebody you with, they're like, bro, she didn't have to. Don't pay nobody else no mind when you're being respectful. Number 6, listen, eye contact, and smile. That can go for anything. I'm learning at my job, even like if somebody is getting on your nerves, the way you will still sound nice in customer service is they call it like you'll talk with the smile. So you can tell if somebody is happy because as you can see, we're having eye contact. I'm smiling and you can actually hear it in my voice. So you'll hear the excitement, even if I might be a little irritated. So always have eye contact with people. That shows that you're paying attention. That shows that you're focused, you're engaged. Always smile if you can, like just throughout the conversation, or just bust a smile somewhere, something like at the end, something, just bust a smile. People love smiles. Smiles brighten people's day as well, and it shows gratitude and compassion. And just like I said, with the smile, it helps everything. Just you can hear it in your voice when you're smiling. You don't necessarily have to smile while you're talking, but it does kind of help a little bit just to smile. Number 7, patience. When you're doing business, you're in a grocery store, how to be a professional is just being patient. It's hard being a professional. Like, you have a lot of things going on, but like I said, we're going to take baby steps, and let's begin to get patience. Patience, that's something that needs to be learned in general. This ain't got nothing to do about being professional. It don't matter how hood you is. Everybody needs patience. This is why I don't even eat McDonald's. I might have just pulled up for a coffee or something, a little yogurt or something like that, a little ice cream cone, and the people in the McDonald's, people don't have no patience. You can tell that these are number one customers that come in here every single day. That's why I don't like McDonald's, because it just seemed like the customers, they don't have no patience. And it just be crazy. Like, we need patience in general. Having patience allows us to remain calm. It allows us to think before we react. That's what we need to do, have patience with anything, especially with business and customer service. When I be talking to people, I be working on patience, because it be like, sometimes it feel like people trying to play with your head, and you be like, bro, now you know. And then sometimes it's just, you have to have patience. You can't measure how fast somebody should be talking, how fast somebody should be moving, what somebody should look like, what they should say, what they should sound like. You can't judge that. We are all different, so we have to have patience. How fast somebody driving, baby, let them people go around. If you're doing a speed limit, let them people go around. Better safe than sorry. We have to have patience. I'm driving, people be on your bumper, they be on your tailgate. You know how you at the stop sign and you want to come to a full stop because you want to be wise and make sure you're checking everything, you know what I'm saying? But you had somebody behind you that before you even pull off, they were already at the stop sign. Patience. Patience is a virtue. We just need to have that in general. When you're talking to someone, being professional, just have patience. You're in a restaurant, you have to be patient, because that one waiter got 30 tables to wait at. Number 8. Compliment someone if you can. Man, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter where you at. Job interview, the leasing office, you talking to them at consumers. There is time, and compliments, you'll have to know the perfect time for that, right? Because, I mean, you'll just have to know the perfect time to compliment in a professional setting, and be wise with the compliments. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I'm in a grocery store and I walk up and somebody look like they ain't greet me, they ain't really say nothing, they just ringing up my stuff. First, I'm looking at their name tag like, okay, Ashley. And then I'm probably going to wait till she get done with everything. Yeah, your total 1002. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Give me just a moment. I think I do have the 2 cent. Let me check and see. Okay. All right. Oh, here you go. Oh my God, your hair is so cute. Oh, thank you. I did just get it colored. Compliments break the ice. Again, compliments shows gratitude. Compliments is just you being a sweetie pie. Like, we don't know what people go through. We go through things as well, but it's just better to be nice. We can only, like, we can't change everything. We can't change everybody, and we can definitely, we're not perfect. But if we begin to take small steps to be nicer, to compliment people, that actually makes you feel good. When you compliment people, it makes them feel good, it makes you feel good, and it most definitely make God feel good. Why is I'm always talking about God? Because God is in everything. Because God have made us all beautiful. And it be the little things that people do not like, that if you can compliment them on that, that will help them probably build their self-esteem, build their confidence. You never know the little thing that you complimented somebody on, what they were struggling with, and that they might have hated. Oh my God, you have a beautiful nose. That's why I said you have to know the perfect time to compliment. You have to use discernment with compliments and to know exactly what to say, because you don't want to say the wrong thing. They be like, bro, like, that's offensive. Like, my nose cute. Like, you ain't had nothing. You ain't had nothing else. But my nose is cute. Like, what did you want? You gotta know the perfect timing. But compliments, when you can compliment someone, that's in a professional setting. Be professional. But in general, just compliment people. When you do compliment people, still kind of have that be professional. Like, your hair is so pretty, or, you know, I love your shoes, or something like that. Don't take it out of content. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be sexual with it. That's why I put that on this list, to be professional. Even if you do compliment somebody, don't say no wild stuff, and just know the perfect time when to compliment. Number 9 is asking questions. Like, when we work regular jobs or something like that, we might not have all the ins and outs about the business, but we should have some knowledge on something. Anytime that we doing something, we should have some knowledge on something. And if we don't, we need to do our extended research. Yeah, somebody in a grocery store, it's like 1,000 lanes in there, so they're not going to know everything, but maybe they can direct you. Don't ever think that somebody don't know something. Always ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Don't let nobody tell you that. No question is a dumb question. How's a question a dumb question if you don't know? If you ask the question, it gotta be an answer to it. It's an answer to everything. There is literally an answer to everything. Type it on Google, what color is the sky? Bro, that's a dumb question. Google gonna tell you it's blue. They might even tell you it's blue and white because it got clouds. Google might tell you it's blue, white, yellow because of the sun, maybe a little gray because of a plane. No question is a dumb question. That goes for anything. That's in a professional setting. That goes just for anything. If you have a question, ask a question. Questions usually are held towards the end of a conversation. That way you can remain focused and, you know, kind of, I know sometimes our questions, it kind of like we want to cut it off now because we don't want to forget. But try to hold on to it if you can. Or try to keep a little notebook or something by that way you can ask it at the end, to still be respectful, to still be professional. If you have a question, ask a question. Number 10 is body language and position. Like they have books on Amazon about body language and different things like that. I mean, I haven't did my extended research on it, but I'm guessing that it's books and people talk about body language to where you can tell somebody don't like you. You can literally read. You know how people like, girl, I'm gonna read her like a book. I don't know if people really be reading the book to get to know what the body language is, but there is books that can teach you body language, and that way you can, I mean, you on a date with somebody, you'll be able to tell from their body language. No, I don't even think he, nope, I seen it in his shoulders. I see it in his shoulder. And it'd be crazy because it be little stuff like that we do need to learn. Because how can you be around somebody for decades and not know that that person do not like you? That goes for friends, family, relationship. I mean, if you probably would have looked at somebody's body language when you met them, say you walked up on somebody and they leaning like this or arms crossed. Now that's when I learned about arms crossed. When somebody's arms is crossed, that means that they're not open to nothing. They don't want to talk to you. They're closed in. They don't really like, I mean, and it matches like with your arms crossed, you're not receiving nothing. Like, and I seen this with my own two eyes. Like, I was speaking to someone and I was excited and their arms was crossed. On top of that, they got to looking around, and it was around the time that I learned about that, and I think I just learned about that like on the internet, and the person was looking around and stuff too. So I was like, that's what caught me, and I know that's true. I know that's true for sure. Arms crossed. She was like, and I was like, she not paying attention. She not paying attention. It is good to learn body language. That way, I mean, body language and having discernment in general, it'll save us some heartache. It'll save us some trouble. It'll save us our time. It'll save us our peace. If you can, if you're interested, go on Amazon, do your extended research. Make sure you look through the reviews. I think that I looked one time, they got books that you can read about. They have books that have pictures. Learn about body language. Those are the 10 tips to becoming a professional. Don't overthink this. It's not that, like, it's not too, what am I trying to say? It's not too much. It is just the small things, but these small things do count. Remembering somebody's name, having eye contact, smiling, complimenting people when you can, being nice, being respectful, being responsible, body language, showing that you're involved, asking questions if you do not know. These are the things that help you be a professional. And you learned it from the #1 professional, the lip gloss professional. Alexis loves you. Mwah.